All right, welcome to SC Custom Designs, and here goes nothing. So we're already putting our works stand to use right here in the wood shop. I'm going to put together the stand for my scroll saw, 1.6 amp, 18-inch variable speed scroll saw. So it does come with a stand. And we're going to go ahead and try to do this as quickly as I possibly can. Sorry about all that shaking on the big TVs out there. We're already 41 seconds and counting. And I'm a one-man show here at SC Custom Designs. So I have to make do with my camera until I get something better. So I don't have an editing crew and all that goodness, all that stuff going on here. So we're going to try to explain high level how at least I'm going to put this stand together. Instructions are here. I'm telling you what, sometimes when I read instructions from a manual, it's like speaking in tongues, as they say. I'm sure the engineers are like, this makes a lot of sense to me how I'm telling these people to put this together. So you're going to want to identify all of your parts, and I have all my parts. Keep ducking down because I don't want to disappear out of the video. I don't think that I should be though. So let's say here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 clamps down is where my head is. And I appreciate your patience while I work through some of these details. Hopefully you are seeing me. But it's more important that you see what's in this area than my head. All right. So that being said, each leg, front, back, or rear, as they're putting it, with an R on it. It's important that you note that. Okay, so this is they're two front legs, and you would think that these are going to go on evenly, at least me, anyways. These are the feet. No, these are for the front. And it has an F on it. And they tell you to get a rubber mallet, if needed, to put these guys on. So we'll give them some love test there. Well, first thing we'll do is we'll just probably do the easiest part. Actually, the easiest part was press and play on my camera. Alright, so we'll put the rubber feet on. And once again, you can't just put them, even though they look all the same to my eye anyways, you got to put these rubber feet on the correct feet. Alright, so we're doing that. I was just commenting to my wife that her mother, God rest her soul, would probably really enjoy doing this type of thing. Putting things together. She was a spec writer for Hologic. I think it was Hologic, with some prison track down in Danbury, Connecticut. So there we go. That was by far the easiest part. And what they have you doing, I believe, and even if I do this out of order, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I did spend a reasonable amount of time reading through the instructions to make sure I was at least somewhat familiar with the instructions. This is the top plate in the front that is going to be holding the scroll saw, and this goes on the inside of the leg. This is the left leg. Alright, so this goes on the inside, and there's one, this is important to note, there's only one through hole there, it's a square, for which this goes into. Okay, I got butterfingers right now. So we're going to put that in there, and then I went ahead and grabbed my Garrett Wade 333 piece set. Look up that episode. 333 pieces are in the Garrett Wade set. And I took out a 1/2 inch bit there. That's going to allow me to put these bolts in. Now they want you to just hand tighten them, and if you haven't ever put anything like this together, all right, you may not understand why that is, but you want to trust them on that. You don't want to hand tighten. You just want to hand tighten. Okay, so there's no washers going on here, by the way. Just these very unique units here. I'm even afraid to give them a name, because I already forgot them. This is not what I do for a living with pieces like this. So it has a little square notch in there that sets down inside. All right, and then this is the left side of the top of the unit, and we're just gonna hopefully not lose any bolts, nuts. Drop it down in there. All right, and I dropped one already. That's just bound to happen with me. I have what they call the butter fingers. All right, and then I'm going to screw this on here. It doesn't help that my fingers, it's cold in my shop. It's 54 degrees. I'm not even sure if it's springtime yet here in upstate New York, but and the humidity level is, I'll just have to remember that I have that down there. The humidity level in my shop is 43%, the humidity level, okay? That's important when you're working with wood, because the last thing you want is for your wood to dry and crack, okay? So I'm already losing it down there. Again, my fingers weren't made to do stuff like this. So I'm glad, and there goes another one. I'm glad that I don't do this for a living. Well, maybe if I did, I'd be a lot quicker at it. All right, so I just keep dropping these guys. Let me pick them up before I forget. All right. So maybe I'll just set this like this. That'll be a better deal for me. So there we go. Again, this bench is really coming in handy. So I have my 16-foot bench on the right here, going this way and that way. And I forget how many feet this way. Maybe, I just don't remember if it's 4 feet or more. Okay, so there we go. Just hand tighten all these guys together. Okay, and we're effectively have now the left side, okay, the front, top, and the left side here together. Now I think what I'll do, whether I'm supposed to do it or not, I'm going to go ahead and put on now the back part. Okay, so this guy here, I'm telling you, I don't do this for a living. Yeah, for sure. I say for sure. This leg here, which is here, that's what I was doing wrong. I was putting the wrong piece in. So this is the rear leg, and one screw bolt nut thingy is going to go in here. It's really like having butterfingers doing this by yourself, at least for me. Alright, so we'll go in there, and let's remember that this top left plate goes on the inside. I was just about to put it on the outside. It goes on the inside. Okay, it'll all become a little more clear when I'm all done here. You can come in here and have a closer look at all this. There we go. You've probably heard me say I don't do too much rehearsing. And you're like, no kidding. I like to see things done in real time myself. Nothing like watching somebody that really knows what they're doing something in real time. So I'm just going to try to get myself through this. And I forget, I think they said it was anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes. Something like that, don't quote me, on getting this guy together. Okay, so now I'm going to put the back part of the unit, I believe that's what this is here, here to the back leg. Okay. Okay, it's making sense to me now. See, because the bolts, the holes, oval holes for the front, okay, is going to go down into here, but there's no holes in this one. That's because it's on the side rail. So it does pay to take a few moments. Again, this is going to be on the inside of the back leg. It does definitely pay to take a few minutes. And for me, it was more than just a few. It is cold in here. To read through. I read through the instructions at least 3 times, so I could have some kind of clue. And also, what doesn't happen is my glasses are falling off my face. So there we go. Hopefully, you'll humor me while I'm doing this, my friends, and try to come up with some things to talk about. We booked our first 2019 woodworking show, which is going to be in a local church in the area up here. It's going to be in a local church. And very, very accommodating. They want to know if we want electricity. This is all for $35, by the way. They have inside accommodations, outside accommodations. Unfortunately, on the inside, there's only room for 10-foot, 8-foot tables. My friends, that's just not going to work for me. It's not like I'm selling jewelry or something like this. I sell the products that customers order, indoor stuff that I just come up with. We had 2 shows last year. This year we're going to have, I like to have at least 1 more, maybe 3 shows. You got to look at the camera. You're there, and I'm looking at the LED lights, which is kind of bright. All right, so now we have front to the back, clamp that's on the inside of the leg, okay, very important, and also the side, here's on the inside. Okay, so now we're going to take the leg, I already put the boot, the rubber on the, boot there on, so now let's try to get this guy in. All right. So again, you're just loose fitting it. You're loose fitting it because you don't want to commit and tighten things too tight, because what you're going to be doing is putting this unit on a flat surface so that everything can even out. And then you're going to tighten everything down. Okay? That's what you're going to do. And I would argue to say there's hardly anything really flat in my basement, in the Portcrete, that was done 100 years ago. My house is, I believe, over 100 years old in upstate New York here. Okay? So at any rate, all right, so now we got 3 legs on, my friends. We're moving right along. What I was going to do is set this up on there, but it's really hard to set it up there. And so now let's connect this one. It'll be easier for me. And I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, along the journey, there's one hole here and one hole here in this one. So hopefully you can pause the video, and should have said that at the beginning of the show. The video here, whatever in the world I'm calling this, this could be entertainment for some of you guys. What steep struggle. Alright, so that's alright. Alright, so we got that guy in there. Make sure it's seated. Okay, now we're going to put on, I believe, this guy here. Yes. And he's got 2 holes. And remember, he's going to be on the inside. Yes, yes, on the inside. Like this. Alright, maybe I can put this up here. I don't know, I might be out of camera. Nope. Yeppers maybes. Alright now. Let's give it a try. We barely have enough room, but at least this is gonna sort of stay there. I should have put a piece of plyboard on this, and then I would have had a lot more room. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I would have, actually I don't even have a piece of plyboard that big. So, okay, there's 1 hole and 1 hole. And again, he's going to go on the inside. Put that down. Stick this through. I'm trusting and hoping that you can see what I'm doing, that I'm not too high. Alright, and we'll see. After I get somewhat stable here, where it's just not going to fall down on me, we'll be good. So remember, my best man down in Winton, New York, I went on a chimney sweep job with him, several. Every time I go down to visit him, he feels I need to go on his job sites. When I enjoy it, actually. I like to learn anything I can about the different trades. And he was trying to get something fastened to something on a fire wood stove. And he said, you got to learn to feel with your fingers. Your fingers are going to be your eyes, he said. So I thought I brought one more of these. This is black, so it's kind of hard to see. Let's take a few of them over here. Black on black is kind of hard to see. So I went to scooch down and said, I can get that. You know, I was in a little bit better shape than him. So he said, oh, no, I'm going to use my hands as my eyes. And that's kind of like what I'm doing now. Just using my hands as my eyes. And just feeling around. And you can see I'm going a little faster anyways. Thank God, right? On the assembly. Because I honestly, I don't really... I used to work with video software. And obviously I had more time for that type of thing back then than I do now. I don't have time to do all that type of thing. Okay, so we have the unit somewhat together here. Now I'm going to come over just to make sure you can see what I'm saying here. All right. Yeah, you can actually see what I'm saying. So you just can't see my head, but you know, trust me, you're not missing much. All right. Hopefully you're digging my American t-shirt flag, my t-shirt, American t-shirt. And my wife, seamstress, made me these very comfortable material. So now we're going to take this lower support, or mid support, whatever you want to call it. Now I can see immediately that I am going to have to put this thing on the floor, the stand, because it's going to push that out more. So there you go. Maybe I'll just have to adjust the camera a little bit. Wish I could find some like a 2x4 I can stick across, but well, here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. I got to push that out. So, and lo and behold, I have it upside down. So there you go. All right, so let's take that out real quick and turn it upside right. So there is a little bit of a bevel on the sides here. I'll show you what I did wrong. It made sense to me in my head, but it goes like this. All right. That's a lot betterer, if you'll allow me to crucify the English language. A little dry humor there. So here we go. Let's get that guy in there. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and get the other one in there at the same time. So, all right, so here we go. Let's come over here. Thanks for your patience. You know, I should have told you once again, grab a cup of coffee as you watch this. So you can just chill. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you have the unit and you bought it new, and you'd rather watch somebody else struggle. Let that be me. Alright, so, alright, get that guy on there. I'm probably going to have to adjust my my camera now, unless I can get this. No, that's not going to work. Alright, so let's just go ahead and put it down on the ground, like so. And take these pieces here, and take him and we'll move him back, like so. I'll tell you what, he's really rugged there, my friends. And let me angle my camera down. How many minutes are we going now? We got 22 minutes. Not too bad. All right? Not too bad, my friends. Okay, let's aim that a little bit that way. And I'll go snug up against the bench as a reference. Okay, so let's get back to work here. Bring it over. Okay. Hopefully you're able to see this. Alright, so we're going to bring him the left leg and put him in place. Not left leg, listen to me. It's actually it is the left leg into the side. Alright, what else can I talk about? So we'll have that show. It'll be my lovely one who does a lot of beautiful seamstress work. Oh, here's the nut that I apparently dropped. Nut, bolt. And she does lovely work. She makes natural products as well, oils, that type of thing. Oh, you'll never guess what I did, my friends. I put him in upside down as well. That's just what I did. Let's take it out. Take it out and flip it. I tell you what, you know, I'm not being negative right now, but let me tell you, if there's a 50-50 chance I'm going to get something right, there's a 50 I'm going to get it wrong. That's just the way it is. I think it's just because of the way my brain processes things. But there you go. You are tuned in to SE Custom Designs. We're in upstate New York. We are SE Custom Designs for going on our 4th year. Our very first wood show, by the way, was in Woodstock, New York. What an amazing place to have your first show. In Woodstock, New York. It was just a bomb diggity for us. That was our very first one. That was a couple of years ago. Last year, like I said, we did 2. I didn't say that already. All right. Now we got some pieces left here. We have the front and the back. I got that right? Yes. Supports that we need to put in. For what it's worth, we're moving right along on putting this unit together. I think I need to maybe move it this way a little bit so you can see what I'm saying here. All right, now we're going to think about the orientation. It goes like this, I believe. Okay, let's put that in there. Yes, put that in there, and we're sailing here. I hope some of the simplest tasks in life can be challenging when you're videoing. Do I have it the right way? There, it goes like that. That's why it wasn't going in, my friends. It went right in that time. Now he went down into a little hole. Alright, let's grab that guy. Alright, very awkward video for me. But most of the time I do this offline. Just because it's so awkward. But there you go. I decided I'll do this live. Alright. You're getting in there? Yes, you are. And one more there. Alright. One more, my friends. And we'll have just one more support to go on. It's pretty cool. I'm very excited about getting my very first scroll saw. The one that I wanted to get was going to be a DeWalt, and it was going to be easily $600, $700. If I wanted to get the blower that the unit should have to blow away the dust, light stand, it would go twice as fast. The reciprocating would go twice as fast as this one. But how can you argue with $200 for the stand and everything I just mentioned? How can you argue with that? It lets me get in. Now this weekend we had a gentleman come into the shop, and he bought my very first porter cable, happened to be porter cable, jointer, 6-inch jointer. And the reason why I was able to sell it was because I was donated. Someone had donated a jet 6-inch jointer with really long, 28 inches I think, I'm not sure, something like that, in-feet table, an out-feet table. That made me all kinds of happy, my friends. And so what I did is I bought, oops, I don't need that. I bought, don't you get nervous when you have just one bolt left and screw? That's always fun. So I was able to pass that on, and you know, his name was Joe. Look up that video. Not long at all. It's 8 minutes or so. And we brought him into the shop and we showed him that. So yeah, look how rickety that is, because we didn't tighten anything, because you're supposed to put it on a flat surface. And I have the 1/2 inch bit here from the Garrett Wade that receives, thank God, these units. Okay, so I think that's it. I have one left, which is odd to me. Let's see where I might have missed. putting that in. Let's see here. Doesn't look like I missed anything. It's always fun, isn't it? I'd rather have one more than one less. How about that? Alright, so there we go. So at this point, what I'm going to do is perhaps a little bit of adjusting of the camera, because I want to, let's go this way, set it on the floor here. And I tell you, it's not going to be the end of the world if I tighten this all down. And there goes my camera. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see if the camera's still working. It is. All right. There you go. Welcome to Steve's fumbling video, where you maybe we'll come over this way. Let's see here. I don't have the blessing of the huge garage. Maybe we'll go this way. I don't have the blessing of the huge garage. It's not even going to go in there. Sorry again about all the gyrating. My subscribers tell me that that's not their favorite part of watching my videos. Watch me gyrate. Alright, so how's that?